Joining me now is Adon's father, Adi Alexander. Adi, thank you so much for joining me. I know this is not easy. I want to ask you first about the breaking news we're hearing that 6 hostages are set to be released Saturday. Do you know if Adon is in that group? What can you tell us, and what are you hoping for right now?
First of all, we are really happy that the gears were switched and we're getting more hostages on every phase. No drips and tips, just like a bunch of them out, which is really good. In regards of our son, we don't know exactly, but hopefully any week now.
What have the past 500 days been like for you and your family?
No parents should experience those 500 days, really. I mean, but we have to go on an autopilot every day, put those T-shirts, and keep pushing and keep this issue front and center for everybody.
And I understand that you 100% support President Trump's recent warning to Hamas. All hell will break loose if every last hostage is not released. I know the reports are saying that 73 hostages remain. Of course, we're hoping that all of them are alive. What is your message to the governments and the organizations that are involved in these negotiations to get people like your son home?
First of all, the sincerity of the president and moral clarity of all those messages are basically absolutely working. And the deadlines that he presented, it was a good idea to present them, and it worked as well. He didn't want to pay Hamas's ransom, and eventually it worked. Again, we have to switch gears and extend the first phase, and just to get a bunch of hostages out as soon as possible. No tips and drips, just a bunch of them out.
Are there any real concerns that this ceasefire and hostage deal could fall apart before your son sees freedom? I'm sure you don't like to think about that.
The deal is not perfect, but the reason it's not perfect that this deal was engineered and it was put together back at the end of 2023. Now, the 500 days after, really, the only wish we have that this deal can be speed up, squeezed, and prioritized everybody, and because everybody is humanitarian cases at this point.
Yeah. Have you been in touch with any other families who are also dealing with what you're dealing with? Other families who have loved ones that are still being held by Hamas?
Actually, we became one huge family, and we share the same concerns as for the second phase. But from what I see, things are moving forward, and we grateful for that. And hopefully, we'll see them all out in the near future.
What can you tell us about your son? What kind of person is he?
Just a great all-American kid, you know, and a New Jersey guy, graduated from the Tenafly High School here in New Jersey, a great swimmer, just an amazing kid, tall kid, found himself on that border on October 7, and here we are 500 days later. But we still hopeful and optimistic for the first time that we will see him really, really soon.
What has life been like for you, your wife, and your other children during this time? I'm sure you try to create somewhat of a normal life for them, but I know that that can't be easy.
Yeah, that's definitely not easy. We have another daughter. She's in a college, and another kid in a middle school, and it was really tough for everybody. But we saw Idan on that video on Thanksgiving's weekend. We knew he's alive. We had a great sign of life that kept us hopeful and strong.
What was that like to see him, that sign of life on that video? Obviously, you want him to be back with you in your arms, but what was that moment like to have that proof of life?
It was a tough moment. I mean, it was a promo video, and then the full video was released, but it was a really tough moment. No parent should see his child begging for his life like that. But again, it was a sign of life. It was the first sign of life for us, and we are really grateful for that.
Well, we are thinking of you and your family, and we are hoping that he is part of those 6 that will be released, obviously, this Saturday and be home to you very soon in New Jersey. Adi, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.